Hello, wrestling fans, boxing fans, and everybody out there. It's me, Ride Time, wrestling and boxing forever. Now, Cody Rhodes' contract with All Elite Wrestling is up. It expired. Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes couldn't reach an agreement as far as money. Tony Khan didn't pick up the 2-year option in Cody's contract. Some people say that there's more to it than just... who knows? But the bottom line is, Cody's a free agent. Him and his wife, Brandy, have been in talks with WWE, but nothing is substantiated at this point. Nobody knows for sure if he's going or not going, but it wouldn't surprise me if he shows up there. It's around the rumor mill. Now, nothing is substantiated, but it's around the rumor mill that Steve Austin's going to be making a comeback at WrestleMania 38. And the person that they had planned to wrestle Steve Austin is Kevin Owens. So nobody knows if it's gonna happen for sure. Nobody knows if it's gonna happen for sure. Now let's move over to NXT. The Creed brothers have won. They won the Dusty Rhodes Classic, the tag team tournament. Dusty Rhodes Classic. The Creed brothers win. They won the tournament. Braun Breaker successfully held on to his NXT World Championship. Tommaso Ciampa had left his calling card with Braun Breaker. And there's a new issue named Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler says he wants the NXT Championship because it's the only championship that he hasn't held yet. So we'll see what happens with that. And I see a 3-way feud starting here. A big 3-way dance for the NXT Championship. Tommaso Ciampa, Dolph Ziggler, and Braun Breaker. I mean that's how it's looking right now. So okay, so like I was saying, it looks like it's going to be a triple threat feud between Tommaso Ciampa, Braun Breaker, and Dolph Ziggler for the NXT Championship. Not substantiated, but we'll see what happens. And the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, I believe it'll be in Saudi Arabia. The people that I know that are going to be in it: Bobby Lashley, the world champion, of course, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, And that's all I know so far. I believe Matt Riddle's going to be in it as well. Like, I believe the Hell in the Elimination Chamber is going to build to a Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar rematch at WrestleMania. Because I believe that the matchup deserved a heck of a lot more build than it had gotten the first time out. I believe in my opinion, I think the WWE kind of rushed Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. I think they put a rush on it. I think that they didn't give it enough time to build. I think it needed more time to build, get a storyline behind it, get some fire behind it, and then let these two big guys explode at a WrestleMania. Because those two guys, they set box office records everywhere they go. So I would have held off until WrestleMania, so this matchup could get the proper build that it should get. They also have a Hell in a Cell for the women. Naomi, Bianca Belair, Deirdre. I don't remember who's going to be in that one. But the winner gets a shot at Charlotte Flair. Lita's going to be challenging for the women's championship at Elimination Chamber as well. So, let's move on to other stuff. You know what? Honestly, and this is no disrespect to WWE, but I can't keep up with all the stuff that they're doing nowadays. I really can't. They're doing a lot. Let's move on. The NWA has the Crockett Cup coming up. And the teams that were advertised for the Crockett Cup so far: Strictly Business, La Rebellion, the British Invasion, and the Briscoe Brothers. But the news broke. The new world's champion Matt Cardona, his first defense of his championship will be against Nick Aldis, the two-time NWA World Champion Nick Aldis. Now, the British Invasion, they were advertised as a tag team in the Crockett Cup. So what does this mean for the British Invasion? Now, mind you guys, the Crockett Cup is a 2-night event. So does that mean that Nick Aldis teams up with Doug Williams in the first night, and then the second night challenges for the NWA World Title? Like, how is that going to play out? Not sure how that's going to go, folks. Not sure. The NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship will be crowned at the Crockett Cup. The State Fairgrounds in Nashville, Tennessee, they had NWA 70 at that arena, at that venue, and did all kinds of box office records for NWA 70. So Nashville was a hotbed for the NWA and WCW back in the day. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the Crockett Cup. I'm looking forward to find out who's going to be the junior heavyweight champion. The two guys that I think that have a good chance of winning. Like, I don't have a pick in that matchup for the junior heavyweight championship, but I would have to say Darius Lockhart, Austin Aries, or Homicide. One of those three is going to be junior heavyweight champion. So, I'm not sure, but I am looking forward to the Crockett Cup. The card hasn't taken full shape yet, but there's a lot going on with the sport of wrestling at this point. Let's move on to some boxing. So, Eddie Hearn says he's not going to watch the fight between Cal Brook and Amir Khan. Because I guess he doesn't take interest in the fight, I guess. These guys have been trying to fight for years. This fight has always been on the tip of people's tongues. It's a shame that it took so long for it to happen. Amir Khan and Cal Brook, they're both good fighters. Both of them good fighters. Both of them are seasoned veterans by now. Both of them are seasoned veterans now. And it's a shame that it took so long for this fight to happen. But to me, a bigger shame is that Eddie Hearn says that he's not even going to be paying attention to it. He's not even going to watch it. But believe it or not, even though he says that, I believe he's got his ear to the ground as far as this fight. Like, he might not watch it, but he'll find out what happened. I think he has his ear to the ground as far as this boxing match is concerned. I think that somebody's going to tell Eddie Hearn what happened if he doesn't watch it, if he decides not to watch. That story was broke by Kurt DeVille from Counterpunch Boxing News. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to Bruce Bain as well. I'm a fan of the Duck Chronicles. Rummy's Corner. Boxing Squared for news and views around the sport of boxing. Shouts out to all those guys. And another thing, shouts out to What Culture Wrestling. Those guys are cool. They cover the sport of wrestling just like I do. Shouts out to them. So, like I said, folks, the song and dance with the heavyweight division in boxing is just ridiculous now. It's just getting ridiculous. Tyson Fury has called out names saying that Dillian White doesn't want to fight. Alexander Usyk is a cruiserweight that can't fight. And he called Anthony Joshua at a name and things like that. And he said that Alexander Usyk doesn't have name power he doesn't have drawing power, and he doesn't draw a lot of money. So, and Dillian White has an issue with the split of the money or something like that. The heavyweight division at this point is a mess. It's hard to make sense of it. In the sport of boxing, folks, I don't believe anything until I hear an announcement or a contract being signed or something. But it's just like the Deontay Wilder fight when he was supposed to fight Joshua. And everybody was so excited about it, everybody got hyped for it, and nothing happened. There was a time where it was sculpturing hot, it was on the tip of everybody's tongue, and nothing happened. Nothing came of it. So we gonna see what happens. So we're gonna see what happens, man. Wrestling and boxing forever. I'm out. And I'd like to say thank you to all my supporters, all the people that look at my videos, the people who comment on the videos. I'm new at this. I'm getting better. I'm figuring things out. Thank you for all the support. Shout out to Going to Distance. And thank you to everybody who's been supportive. I'm learning as I go, people. But thank you for all the support. Wrestling and boxing forever. I'm out.